Critical Role has filmed a secret miniseries. Another Stranger Things D&D crossover, some D&D Movie Sequel news, and what exactly is Kraken Week?
Release the Kraken!
Welcome to Tabletop Tuesday, our first news rundown of the week. Today we're talking about some upcoming D&D products, a fun Kraken Week collaboration, and hopes for a D&D movie sequel. Now remember, if you like these kinds of videos, keep with the likins and the subscribing so we can keep making them. Now, on to the news.
Holy there's a lot of news.
Last night, Marisha spilled the proverbial tea during a fireside chat that aired over on Beacon. Perhaps the biggest news was that Liam couldn't film the new Exandria Unlimited Downfall series because he and Marisha were filming a secret miniseries instead. Additionally, it appears that Candela Obscura won't be returning for the summer, and Marisha seemed to be a bit non-committal on the future of the series overall. However, if it does return, Marisha has some ideas for a miniseries that she wants to follow, so doesn't look like it's entirely dead yet. Other tidbits we got was that Matt and Brennan have been coming up with ideas for Exandria Unlimited Downfall for around 6 months, but have been waiting for the perfect moment to bring Downfall into the main series. Matt hides the guest cast members from the rest of the cast when they come in, and the entire cast actually asked for Campaign 3 to be more difficult, which is why the combat seems so much more intense than usual.
This isn't real. I don't remember any of this.
It looks like some more Stranger Things D&D crossover products are on the way. In a recent interview with Adweek, new VP of Franchise and Product for D&D, Jess Lanzello, spoke about plans to collaborate with Stranger Things once again. When asked by Adweek about spoilers, Lanzello mentioned that the D&D team knew some things because of upcoming products. Lanzello said, when asked about spoilers, "We purposely make sure we don't know too much. Well, we do know some things, and I'm not going to tell you. We have a series of Stranger Things adventures and tie-ins that we're going to be doing, so we know what we need to know for all of that. That's how we like to work with people. Make your own thing and let us know how we can create cool play experiences for the folks around it." Now, Wizards released a Stranger Things starter box a few years ago that seems to have been a hit, and it looks like they're preparing more tie-in products to take advantage of Stranger Things last season, which will likely be released next year. Let's face it, with Stranger Things ending, you might as well take advantage of it if you got it.
Oh, get out there and make me some damn money!
Roll20 has unveiled its new D&D 2024 character sheet with some much improved functionality compared to its predecessor. Despite merging with Demiplane, Roll20 is moving forward with its current Charactermancer version of the interactive character sheet, although that's likely to do with licensing rights and whatnot. It will be interesting to see how Roll20 and D&D Beyond continue to interact. There are some widgets and whatnot that allow for some cross-compatibility, although it's clear that both services would probably like to keep their fans in-house, between the upgraded character sheet for Roll20 and the new maps feature for D&D Beyond.
That escalated quickly.
Now, speaking of D&D Beyond and VTTs, one small tidbit that we didn't mention last week was that the upcoming closed beta for Wizards Plan VTT will require a D&D Beyond subscription. Now that makes it sound like it'll be more integrated than previously believed, so we won't have two separate systems, we'll just have, one subscription or something like that. Now, we're guessing that we're going to see more of all of this later this year, so stay tuned.
Don't touch that dial now, we're just getting started.
Some big news is Games Workshop has announced plans to expand its manufacturing facility to include a fourth building. This new building will cover about 43,000 square feet, which I think is just big enough for a 4,000 point army battle in Warhammer 40k. Now, Games Workshop has enjoyed a string of successes in recent years and recently handed out bonuses to all of its employees for a second straight half year. That means that people got bonuses both back in December and again in June.
We're swimming in cash cow.
A bunch of D&D influencers are running Kraken Week, a themed week of nautical content ranging from underwater combat to water monsters to making undersea bases. 30 different influencers will be involved, including the Dungeon Dudes, Ginny D, and Pointy Hat. Basically, if you like a big D&D content creator or channel, you can expect them to run some kind of Kraken Week video in the first week of July. Now, we don't have any Kraken Week content planned because we're a news channel, but maybe we'll find a nice squid RPG to review or something.
Probably not.
And finally, Chris Pine is still optimistic that the D&D movie sequel will get made. Speaking at a recent convention, Pine said that, "I think there's a really good chance that we'll make another one if they can figure out a financial way to make it work. They'll do it." While Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves was not the smash hit that Paramount and Hasbro expected, the movie did perform nicely on streaming platforms and has generally good word of mouth. Everyone likes that movie. It all comes down to those tricky dollars though, as Paramount has said that they'll only make another one if the budget can be kept under check. And honestly, let's face it, the fantastic special effects, they actually used animatronics and practical effects instead of just doing the cheap CGI that Marvel likes to do. All that was the reason why everyone loved the first movie, because it looked really nice. Anyways, that's all the news that we have for you today. Let us know what your favorite story was in the comment section, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.